Alright, Volume 1, Part 6, 8500, Chapter 8500, Cash Flowing Requirements, Chapter for the Scope of Special Interest for the Federal Department, aim for the file of the report, deposit the disbursement information, cash forecasting purposes. Section 8510, Scope Act, legally chapter to scope of the chief of the Federal Department, that any of the must file to provide information for the Department of Treasury, the Bureau officials serve the benefit for maintaining, updating projection of the Treasury operating cash balance, federal government cash flow. Section 8515, Authority, Title 31, U.S. Code 3511, 3513, Section 8520, term of the definition. The related chapter of the Treasury Financing Manual Glossary, Section 8525, background concept. Forecasting requirements and instructions and the report of the Treasury in advance of the transaction significantly affect the Treasury general account. The two Treasury primary responsible for forecasting, monitoring federal government's overall cash requirement. The Treasury maintains forecasts and the daily cash requirements for up to 12 months in advance. Treasury uses the forecast to determine the amount of the timing of the federal government borrowing and investment excess the cash balances. Treasury prepares continually update with the cash projection based on the information provided with the quarterly and entire budget. Offers according to the Office of Budget Management, Budget Circular A111, Part 4, Section 135, proceed with the monitoring federal outlays submission. Federal outlays submission provided estimate of the total monthly spending of the various programs, including individual accounts. Also include information regarding $50 million or more transaction. However, the amount of the timely large transaction may be charged significantly after the Office of Management Budget Circular number A11. The forecast had provided, in addition to the Office of Management Budget Circular A11, the submission of emergency spending may be authorized appropriated with the new type of the collection might occur. Government entering in a reporting forecasting for information critical and maintenance for the accurate up-to-date cash flow projection of the daily management Treasury operating cash balances. Failure to notify the Treasury significant disbursement activity of the Treasury general account. Lack of the sufficient funds to cover any payments. The cash forecast requires all Treasury and non-Treasury disbursement file for the sense of the deposit of the disbursing of the file through the Treasury general fund. The apply for the federal application of the recipient of the fund account of the budget and budgetary and off budget, including deposit fund, trust fund, general fund, special fund, revolving fund, foreign currency credit financing, clearance, dispensing accounts, porting U.S. military pay acts, and the Department of Defense payment of the essentially effective and efficient management of the Treasury operating cash balance. Proceed with the chapter of standardized information provided with the defense of financing accounting service the Center of the Defense Installation, and note additional advanced information regarding payment of deposit and transaction provided with the Treasury and entity source administrative restrict the non-public release before the transaction settlement date is to restrict the number of individuals involved with the budget and cash deposit debt collections. Section 8530, General Large Dollar Notification Reporting Requirement to Deposit Disbursement. Each financial officer must report the officials of the advance all estimated deposit totaling $50 million or more. A single transaction, multiply transaction, common nature, agency location code. Any financial transaction, Treasury FCs, non-Treasury disbursement funds, office within the delegation of the disbursing authority must report the officials of the advance estimated disbursement totaling $50 million or more. These disbursements may include the single transaction, multiple transaction, common nature, repetitive transaction. The LDN are the large dollar notification requirements of the deposit of disbursement, U.S. military activity, duty, military retiree payment, defense payment, defender, the other requiring monthly, quarterly, overtime, one-time transaction payments. One list of example of deposit disbursements with advance notification is required for deposits and disbursements between $50 million and $500 million. Officials of any of the large dollar notification minimum of 2 business days advance settlement for the deposit of the disbursement of $500 million or more. Officials of any of the large dollar notification minimum of 5 business days advance settlement date. Often the entities do not have the exact amount. However, the closed estimate of acceptable can be updated with a more accurate amount of determining how agencies to be processed via the intergovernmental payment collection system are not subject to the large dollar notification requirements. Specific deposit of disbursement information not final, and it must inform the officials of the daily of 7:30 a.m. the Eastern time of the transaction settlement, the date with the approximate deposit of the disbursement date, any of the must establish the initial profit process to inform the financial officer upcoming large dollar notification disbursement deposit. These profits must build up enough advance notification if any of the financial officer comply with 2 to 5 business days of the time frame which required to provide necessary large dollar notification information information to the Treasury with Treasury needs to forecast purposes. Financials should encourage each financial submit with large dollar no official serve the Viva the Cash Track website. Large dollar notification Viva the Cash Track website officials of the required following information: transaction settlement date, amount, type of the transaction, mechanism, agency, location, code, and entity serve the large dollar official service of Viva the U.S. form at 187. Agency report Treasury cash reporting agency notice for the large deposit disbursement $50 million or more, or by telephone, which supplying with large dollar notification means over the cash tracking website. And these provide the following information that the form and listed on form 187. Date of the report, name of the address of the department or the entity of the Bureau of Administration, agency location, defense of the station number, contract number, the telephone number, description, transaction, deposit disbursement, and transaction settlement of the amount of the transaction, deposit disbursement mechanism, Federal Reserve Bank location required with the transaction processed by Federal Reserve Bank, and name and location depository payee. In addition to these general reporting requirements, the following sections describe the specific requirements of the daily disbursement defense vendor of the U.S. military, other reporting cash forecasting. Section 8535, reporting requirements of daily disbursements. The number of entities consolidated individual transaction process, many multiple payments of the daily basis, the individual payment file may not merit significant daily total initial spending with a substantial impact with the Treasury operating cash balances. All in these process daily automatic clearinghouse, FedWire prior payment to Treasury to dispersing all the Federal Reserve Bank must report daily disbursement $50 million more officials for the Cash Track website, FS Form 187. Further, the contacts, email address, fax number, and telephone numbers. Section 8540, reporting required Defense Department vendor payments to Defense, DAF, Department of Defense, Department of Financing, AS, Center of the Defense Installation, electronic fund transfer payment. The vendor must report daily payments from officials of the Cash Track website with the FS Form 187. For the contacts, email address, fax number, telephone number, which of these circumstances with the DAFSA, Treasury works certain design, reporting the address of those circumstances. Alright, 8545, reporting U.S. military electronic fund transfer payroll. The DFSA, some of the defense makes EFT payments of the military active duty military retires more must report payments of $15 million or more official services of the Cash Track website with the FS Form 187 officials for the required minimum 2 business day advance notice for the payment. U.S. military active pays include following pay classification: active duty pay with the reserve pay, cabinet pay, active salary allotments for active blanket pay, voluntary separation incentive. These payments usually cover the 1st and 15th calendar day each month. The 1st and 15th calendar day fall within the weekend of the holiday. The payment is processed for the prior working day. Sample of the appendix 2 includes all information required. Information field refer to the contacts, emails, address for the fax number, the telephone number. U.S. military retiree paid include the following paid classification: retired pay, retired allotment, retired annuities, retired bank blanket pay. With the payments usually occur for the first calendar day of the month. The first day of the falls on the weekend or weekend day. The payment is processed for the next workday. Form include in appendix 2 includes all required information field refer to the contacts, the email address, the fax number, telephone number. Section 8550, other reporting requirements, cash forecasters may request certain of the report routine, daily, weekly, monthly estimated deposit disbursement activity. Treasury may require that either any provide rolling forecast covering, for example, the daily estimate, 3 business daily estimated weekly total deposit disbursement week period. These need such reports generally determine the magnitude of the dollar amount, volatility, time, and such the activities. In such case, the Treasury works both entity with the budget, financial, operating office personnel, setting up the reporting schedule of the forms that achieve Treasury information requirements for the framework of the entity's information system. Staff and contacts would be Federal Reserve Bank, St. Louis, Cash Track, Business Administration, Cash Reporting, Central Accounting Reporting Division, and that was Section 8500, Cash Forecasting Requirements, Volume 1, Part 6.